Afternoon everyone, nice and sweaty. Just doing a bit of work on the bike. Time to do the Barkbusters. So as I mentioned in the prior video, I've got the Barkbusters here. 2022 KLR650, which is great because they've got the better bend to make sure they don't hit bearings. But being for the KLR650, they come with a threaded bar end to go into the threaded handlebar. But I've gone up to Pro tapers which don't have the threaded handlebar. So I couldn't put them on last week when I was in Mildura picking up the bike. Had to buy the 14mm insert kit. Now we can do the 14mm insert, we can put them on. So we'll go ahead and get them on, see how they look. See how the camera goes up there. So these bar ends have just got a little basic grommet in them that we rip out. So there's one of them on each side. And we've got to take off the old mirrors, the old ones. So that's how they look. They look like they stand off quite nicely. I can already tell, like, this is the bend I've adjusted for the KLR. I think it used to come out a bit straighter and not so much of a dog leg here, which meant on hard rotation you actually hit and smash here. So they've adjusted that. So obviously they come with quite good instructions, which I will have a basic read of. You've got to actually build everything together, and this is a slightly a different version of it. It gives you more adjustment because you obviously got mounting onto the handlebar, and then you've got pivot point left and right there before you mount onto the axle. So slightly different setup to standard, and I end up getting it with the jet, the black jet ones. I didn't mind the look of them, so we've gone with those. Okay, so I've got the left side all together. It's really self-explanatory in the instructions. It shows you exactly how to do it. To know even which one of these to grab, it shows like the angle and how much triangle space is there to show which one's the right hand side to the left. So that's how it ends up going together. So it looks quite good. So obviously once you're here, you've got adjustment to work out here, this angle, and then in and out too. So once you knock this off, place it around your bar, you've got multiple points of adjustment to get it all right. So the only tricky bit is how many hands you've got to do this bit. Because we want to, so we're going to go in behind our cables here. It's actually not that bad. This doesn't have a top or bottom, whichever way you want to use it. Chuck it on. Get one of them in with the tiniest amount of tension. And get the other one in. I already tell it's going to be slightly annoying with this Pro taper pad. Not too bad though. It's going in. Let's do these in. Oops, scratch me tank. Just that minimal amount just to sort of hold it there. So that's about where she's going to be. So obviously that's got to slide down a bit. So my zip tie I'll put on here, because the weight does have that recess to go around the bar. You can feel that fits around there perfect. So it obviously goes in, bottoms out. So you've got to cut. You've got pretty wide hands too. Like extra, 3 extra large on gloves. Don't really want that annoying me. Recess is about, I think it'll be fine. Recess is about 4 mil, so I think I just got to knock the edge off that. Because at the moment, that grips and then you have not got throttle. So I will put those spacers on. I'll come back, I'll cut that off and get that on. And also cut the end off this one too. Because yeah, currently it's not intruding or in the way, so I'll cut the end off that. The size that it is, you can still put your hand on it if you had to, here on this side. So I'll do that, chuck them on. And then this makes it all sit a lot squarer, because that slides along. Okay, first one's on, so it's really quite straightforward once you get it on. I cut off the edge of this one too, so it fitted. Bar end on. What did happen though, these bolts aren't long enough. The ones that come in the extra kit aren't long enough, and also the ones that come in the original kit aren't long enough to go through here, and then go through this and originally attached to the pulling point here, I'll show you, without cutting it down. Because to fit them up, you need to go, I'll grab it and build it for you. If you want to put it on the bars, you have to go bar end, like that, onto here. So bar end, so you go nut through there, you have to have this pre-installed, because you have to have this is the pulling bar that locks it all in. This slots in, you have to have that already on one's turn to be able to get into the bar without losing this end in the bar, but you'll see you're nowhere near getting it. So I actually had to cut off, you know, 8 or 9, 10 mil of this, so because you can see where the thread is. This doesn't get anywhere near it, no matter how much you push, or even if you were to tap it with a hammer and spin on, and it wouldn't get enough bite before it begins to flare. So I wasn't happy with it. You can't use it. So I actually cut that off. So it's weird. Both kits, the original kit to use, the original kit's fine because the original kit's going into thread straight away. Bang, it'll be into thread. But using the weights with a non-original thread aspect, you have to cut this off, which is fine. It's in there solid as. So we'll have a look at how that one went in now. So you can see here, it's on how they sort of say horizontal. So it's more, this part sort of horizontal. This has to dig down a little bit, and you want it so that it is protecting, you know, your levers sort of being hit. So I probably could go down a little bit more possibly, but I'll see how that looks for now. For tightening, you tighten here first, here second, here third, the actual clamp onto it, and then the final one is the one here. So she's on there, stiff as. You see here, that's the sort of, just hack that down to, you know, 8 or 9 mil off so it actually can bite and grab. So we'll do the right hand side now. Okay, so they're on as far as just the main Barkbuster. They are solid as, they're going really well. So I think I've got them pretty good from the front, the levels we want. So now we'll put on the jet ones on here. So these are the jet Barkbusters that we'll put on. So they're made to fit, so they sit quite good at the front. So we'll chuck them on, very simple, just 2 screws and pre-tap 2 holes. All right, they're all on. So I'm liking the look of them, making the cockpit and front view look quite good. Obviously with the jet, you get the nice highlights. So I'll leave that. I was thinking of painting these black, but don't mind the highlight of the jet, because then when we got the covers off, you got the chrome there. Then mainly all black. Then you got your big chrome exhaust, which is starting to grow on me, this big long exhaust. But yeah, so that's the bike as of all that set up. So looking quite good.